First off, I want to start by giving all honor, praises, glory unto Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Raha Kwadash. Salutations and double honors to the elders apostles who taught me this truth. The title of this lesson today is going to be the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So in the Bible, throughout the Bible, you always hear this, and it is important to understand that when it is said, especially through Exodus, and when it said the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the 12 tribes, though we are all children of Noah, Yahweh chose a special seed. Through Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the Most High made a covenant through that bloodline, So let me begin at Psalms chapter 105, verse 6. O ye seed of Abraham, his servant, ye children of Jacob, his chosen. He is the Lord our power. His judgments are in all the earth. He hath remembered his covenant forever, the word which he commanded to 1,000 generations, which covenant he made with Abraham and his oath unto Isaac, and confirmed the same unto Jacob for a law, and to Israel for an everlasting covenant. So they started after the flood. Noah came, he had sons, they did wicked, but the Most High chose Abraham through his faith. Then the Most High had a covenant with him. He had a firstborn son, which his name is Ishmael, but the Most High chose Isaac, because it was through Isaac that was going to continue that bloodline, even though Abraham has had many sons, which I'm going to touch upon later on in this video, Lord willing. And with that being said, let me just continue just to show you the other one, because this is Exodus chapter 2, verse 24. The Most High heard their groaning and remembered his covenant with Abraham, with Isaac, and with Jacob. And that was during the Egyptian captivity. So further just precepts to back up my point of the word of the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. This is Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy power. The Lord thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor chose you because ye were more in number than any people, for ye were the fewest of all people. So at the end of the day, the Most High chose a particular people. He chose to deal with a particular people. And he did it for generations to generations, that you've heard of in Psalms 105, right? He chose that there's a people chosen above another people is what I'm trying to get at. Let me continue in I think let's go jump to let's start with the thing. So this is Genesis chapter 15. I'm gonna start at verse 1. After these things, the word of the Lord came unto Abraham in a vision, saying, Fear not, Abram, I am thy shield and thy exceeding great reward. And Abram said, Lord power, what wilt thou give me, seeing I go childless? And the steward of my house is Eliezer of Damascus. And Abram said, Behold, to me thou hast given no seed, and lo, one born in my house is mine heir. Abraham had no seed at that time, no heir, right? He thought that since he has no one to pass his inheritance, his servant would inherit the promise. But in this verse 4 is where the Lord responded him. And behold, the word of the Lord came unto him, saying, This shall not be thine heir, but he that shall come forth out of thine own bowels shall be thine heir. The NIV translation is, let me read it right here in my notes. And behold, the word of the Lord came unto him, saying, This shall not be thine heir, but he that shall come forth out of thine own bowels shall be thine heir. Oh, Salaki, I read the KJV, the NIV. Let me just bring it out on my phone so I'm looking for that. Genesis chapter 15, verse 4. Right. So something, okay. This is Genesis chapter 15, verse 4. Then the word of the Lord came to him. This man will not be your heir, but a son who is your own flesh and blood will be your heir. Further proof that it is a bloodline. Though Abraham had many sons, Yahweh chose Isaac. Right? Let's continue. This is Genesis chapter... Wait a minute. I don't think I need this one. It's Genesis chapter 17, verse 1. And when Abram was 90 years old and 109. No. It's not like it. The Lord appeared to Abram and said unto him, I am the Almighty Power. Walk before me and be thou perfect. And I will make my covenant between me and thee and will multiply thee exceedingly. In this chapter, it explains how Abraham will be a father of many nations. So let me just continue. Right? And Abram fell on his face, and the Most High talked with him, saying, As for me, behold, my covenant is with thee, and thou shalt be a father of many nations. Many, especially the Mormons, like to say, we are all children of Abraham, referring that all nations can partake into the covenant with Yahweh Bashan Yoshai. And yes, Abraham had many children, but it is important that that one son was chosen. It is important to know that one son is chosen, and that son was Isaac. So let's jump to verse 18 to further push my point. And Abram said unto the Most High, oh, this is why I need to jump here. But let me see. And explains the covenant and things, but let me start here. Genesis chapter 17, verse 15. And the Most High said unto Abraham, As for Sarai, thy wife, thou shalt not call her Sarai, Salaka, I'm so used to saying in the Spanish one. But Sarah shall her name be. And I will bless her and give thee a son also of her. Yea, I will bless her, and she shall be a mother of nations, kings of people shall be of her. Then Abram fell upon his face and laughed and said in his heart, Shall a child be born unto him that is 100 years old? And shall Sarah that is 90 years old bear? And Abram said unto the Most High, Oh, that Ishmael might live before thee. Right? He was pleading for his firstborn son. Let me bring that in the NIV because it's important. Genesis 17. And Abraham said unto the Most High, Oh, that Ishmael might, and Abraham said to the Most High, If only Ishmael might live under your blessing. Right? But Yahweh answered him in Genesis chapter 17, verse 19, which I'm about to read. And the Most High said, Sarah thy wife shall bear thee a son indeed, and thou shalt call his name Isaac, and I will establish my covenant with him for an everlasting covenant, and with his seed after him. And as for Ishmael, I have heard thee. Behold, I have blessed him, and I will make him fruitful, and I will multiply him exceedingly. 12 princes shall he beget, and I will make him a great nation. But my covenant will I establish with Isaac, which Sarah shall bear unto thee at this set time in the next year. So he answered him, no. He still blessed his son, but he said no, that the blessing is going to Isaac, right? That Sarah shall bear a son indeed. His son's name will be Isaac. And that's the covenant which he established. That's the bloodline that he established the covenant with. In this verse, it's important to understand that it says that, and I will establish an everlasting covenant, and with his seed after him. And that everlasting covenant means like forever, you know. for all those what's it called? Christians that says that the Most High has done away with Israel. Though Isaac had twins also, we have to understand that Jacob was the chosen one. And I'll touch that upon furthermore. But in verse 20, let's go to verse 20. And as for Ishmael, I have heard thee. Behold, I have blessed him, and I will make him fruitful, and I will multiply him exceedingly. Right? So, Ishmael grew to be a great nation, but he was not chosen. His descendants, of course, grew up to hate the true chosen bloodline, who are the Israelites, the true Israelites today, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. They also created a false religion and a false doctrine where they are the chosen ones. Historically, their religion, let me just pull it out, is the Islam. You know, Islam originated in the 7th century Common Era in the Arabian Peninsula in modern-day Saudi Arabia. It was revealed through the Prophet Muhammad, false prophet, who Muslims believe began receiving divine messages from the Most High, also known as Allah for them, Salakia, through the angel Gabriel in Mecca in 610 Common Era. Now, let me precept. This is Galatians chapter 1, verse 8. But though we or an angel from heaven preach on any other gospel unto you than that which we have preached unto you, let him be accursed. As we said before, so say I now again, if any man preach any other gospel unto you than that ye have received, let him be accursed. And we have to understand that this whole Quran is different to what the gospel, the true word of the Most High is. And Islam was originated in 610 AD, right? And I just put it here. When did Paul die? And he died in 64 or 67 AD. Now, this is Revelation chapter 22, verse 18. For I testify unto every man that heareth the word of the prophecy of this book. If any man shall add unto these things, the Most High shall add unto him the plagues that are written in this book. And if any man shall take away from the words of the book of this prophecy, the Most High shall take away his part out of the book of life and out of the holy city and from the things which are written in the book. So we could see how plainly it is false, how false this so-called religion Islam is, you know. But let me continue. We have to understand that the religion Islam emerged roughly 2,000 years after the time of Moses. So now, let me continue. So after that, I want to bring this to cut though, the false prophet Muhammad. 25. Then again, Abraham took a wife, and her name was Keturah. A lot of our people, especially the Christian ones, and maybe the 2/3, they don't know that Abraham had more than 2 sons. So I'm about to read because they don't read the Bible. Genesis chapter 25, verse 1. Then again, Abraham took a wife, and her name was Keturah. And she bare him Simran, and Jokshan, and Medan, and Median, and Ishbak, and Shuan. Right? Further proof that he had more sons, right? And Abraham gave all that he had unto Isaac, meaning that he gave all the inheritance unto Isaac. But unto the sons of the concubines which Abraham had, Abraham gave gifts and sent them away from Isaac his son, while he yet lived, eastward unto the east country, proving the importance of Isaac, you know, that he gave the inheritance, and the other ones he gave them gifts, and go to that side and leave your brother Isaac alone. Now let's jump to verse 21. I'm bringing all this to prove that Abraham was chosen from the line of Shem, and then Isaac, having many sons, Isaac was chosen, and Isaac had 2 sons that Jacob was chosen, and to this day the 12 tribe, the nation of Israel, are the true chosen people of the Most High. Now, this is Genesis chapter 25, verse 21. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife because she was barren, and the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived. This is where he's going to go about his two sons, twins, though they did not look alike. Many people have a problem with that, And the children struggled together with her, and she said, "If it be so, why am I thus?" And she went to inquire of the Lord, because she was having a problem in the womb, And the Lord said unto her, "Two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger." So it's two, though they're from the same, the Most High could do anything he wants. He could, though we've seen it with Abraham, though Ishmael is the firstborn, which like in the ancient times, the firstborn is the one that would get the inheritance, but the Most High chose Isaac, Even Isaac, his firstborn was Esau, but the Most High chose Jacob. And the Most High did this because he can, but people have a problem when they can't get the concept about twins. They're enemies. It says right here in Genesis 25, verse 23, "And the Lord said unto her, Two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger." And we know that the oldest son of Isaac is Esau, and they're going to serve the children of the Most High, which is from the bloodline of Israel. Now, Esau is the nation of it's the wicked seed, and Jacob is the righteous chosen seed. People forget this, but also Adam had two sons, Cain and Abel. But then Cain killed Abel, which it marked him, and he became the seed of the wicked. And the Most High gave him another son named Seth, and from that moment forward, he had a righteous seed. All right. Now, Malachi chapter 1, verse 1, "The burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, saith the Lord, yet ye say, Wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord, yet I loved Jacob. And I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness." So there you go. There you have it, where he chooses, the Most High chooses Jacob and Esau. How can I put this? Esau was only made as a vessel of wickedness, and Jacob is the righteous one. So now let's go to Romans chapter 9, verse 10. "And not only this, but when Rebekah also had conceived by one," I'm bringing this so that people could say that the Most High doesn't hate. That's the Most High of the Old Testament, right? Let me bring Romans chapter 9, verse 10. "And not only this, but when Rebekah also had conceived by one, even by our father Isaac, for the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of the Most High according to election might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth." This goes to show that the Most High chooses, and who can go against his will? This is his world. We are all his creation. He could create one thing for good and create another thing for bad. Pursuing to Isaiah 45 and 7. Now, let's jump to verse 12. "It was said unto her, The elder shall serve the younger." Romans 9, chapter 13, "As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated." So, that pretty much sets the point of how the power that is spoken, the Most High, the God, the power that is spoken in the Bible is the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. None else. So, hope this was edifying. Shalom. Until the next time.